Scoop News and Reviews, man. We back and you know how we do, man. It's your boy Rob and Jai.
Yes, man. It's the home of hip hop commentary and well, I think it's cultural commentary and
Yeah,
hip
it's
hop news.
cultural commentary. Yeah,
Either way,
man.
we had to talk about the dust up that happened with Jamie Foxx. I guess
Yes.
you got to watch your mouth out here. You got to be very careful because he almost got himself in the hot water with the Jewish community. Now, I saw this story had gained some traction. To me, it was kind of a nothing burger, but we're going to walk the audience through it for anybody that might have missed it. They did a story here in MSN, but I also seen something that was really cool from Lovely T. She summarized it. So let me just go through it. Jamie Foxx
Yeah.
issued an apology on Saturday for a since deleted social media post that was criticized as anti-Semitic, and it spurred Twitter disputes and even roped in friends like Jennifer Aniston. I'll read the quote of what Jamie tweeted. I don't know if you could still call it tweeting, even though the website is X now. Put that to the side for a minute. Jamie said, and I quote, "They killed this dude named Jesus. What do you think they'll do to you?" Hashtag fake
Mm.
friends, fake love. Fox shared that in an Instagram post on Friday to his nearly 17 million followers. So
Yeah,
that's what had the Twitter users in a friendly. They like to debate over there. Just
we got to
your
talk about
initial, yeah, your initial reaction of those words before we get into the apology. How did that strike you?
it. When I first, I mean, hearing when someone, in the hood, this is something that, people say in the hood all the time. You know what they did
Right,
to Jesus, man? They'll do it to
right,
you.
right.
So when I hear stuff like that, it makes me think of like some kind of supremacy, white supremacy, or some kind of things that they persecuted on blacks. I mean, hearing him, they did this to
Oh,
Jesus,
well, that's interesting that you say that, and I think it's fair for you to interpret that saying however you want. I think people do interpret Bible stories to fit them. You
Yeah.
know, for you, it was more of a, black people being oppressed type of thing,
Yeah, it was
rather than
more like
anything.
speaking, yeah, more like speaking on the people. Yeah, the
Mhm.
culture. Hmm.
Um, just seeing it from both sides, I do see how some Jewish people could have been offended by this. He used the word they, and then Jewish was killed. I mean, Jesus was killed by Jewish people. Jesus was Jewish, if we want to get into it. So I get how that could be
Dang.
misconstrued the
Oh,
wrong
so
way.
right. I never
Yeah,
knew that. I ain't
yeah,
knew the Jews killed Jesus. I mean,
yeah. I mean, I think
damn.
Pontius Pilate was some kind of high. I don't want to get into specific. I
Yeah,
really need to do the research
damn.
on it, but yeah, people see that as the Jewish people killing Jesus. Jesus was Jewish. Christianity comes from Judaism,
Judaism.
so I get the mix up. For me, when I first heard him say that, though, I just felt like he was talking about fake friends, like he said, because that is a saying that goes around in the black community. They'll be like, well, if they did that to Jesus, what you think they'll do to you? Saying it kind of
Yeah,
just
yeah.
is to
They say
keep
that.
you
They say
grounded.
that.
And from Jamie's history, I wouldn't put that on him. Now, if a guy like Kanye said that, yeah, no, I would be like, yeah,
Damn.
it might have something, there might be some deeper, darker underlying
Thoughts in
themes
that.
going on there. Yeah, but Jamie, he always seemed like a cool dude. I never really seen him espousing any hate speech that I
Right.
could remember. Recently, he's been around for a long time.
He been
So
around for a minute.
I'm not
I got a
saying that you
question.
can't dig up something and
Yeah.
find something because
Fine
he's
on
been
he
around for a
probably
bit,
can.
but
Yeah, he say some
he a
shit.
good guy, my
He's
book.
a comedian. But
Yeah,
I got a question for you.
yeah.
Do you feel like he was pressured to do this apology?
Well, let's read his apology first, and I'll answer that because that's a great question. He says, I know the choice of words have caused offense, and I'm sorry, Fox wrote on Instagram. That was never my intent. To clarify, I was betrayed by a fake friend, and that's what I meant with they, and not anything more. I only have love in my heart for everyone. I love and support the Jewish community. My deepest apologies to anyone who was offended. Now, for me, I don't think that anybody forced him to make that apology. I think it's possible that his handlers might have came to him like, Jamie, this look bad. We got to clean this shit up, bro. Like, we don't want nobody to get the wrong idea. And maybe he made a calculation just to keep confusion down. Let me just put out an apology. But let me ask you, do you feel like this was the Jewish community making Jamie bend to their will? Is he tucking tail? Is it one of those things where they're trying to Kyrie Irving him? Is that how you felt?
I feel like, yeah, because like, that's normal to hear people talk like that. It wasn't like out of bounds to me. So the fact that he even apologized, it makes me like, what? Like, it makes me feel like somebody wanted to make sure that you made sure, this ain't about the community. We don't want to be tied into we don't want people to even think that you're talking about us. So it
Right,
made me
right. So
feel like
who do you think it is that made him apologize? The Jewish community or
I
his
have no
his
idea.
people?
I know it's pressure, just like you said. You was like, yo, you got
Yeah.
to watch your mouth because money happens. So I know in this realm of things, when you do speak bad about the Jewish community, it comes with harsh penalties.
I'm gonna say this is how I see it. I think when you make a general statement that could be perceived as hateful to any
Yeah.
group of people, you should get out there ahead of the story and issue an apology. That's man shit. That shows
Yeah.
maturity on his part. If you didn't mean it like that, let's make it clear. Because honestly, if a white person were to say something about like, oh, you people, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, hold on. What do you mean by you people? You know what I'm saying? If there's any kind of hint that it could be perceived that way, black people go and check it at the door too. I've seen people go a little bit uh overboard with that as well. I've seen it with the Chinese community. I've seen it just all across the board.
Yeah.
You got to be careful with your words. You got to measure your words correctly because like you said, it could be money involved. And Jamie is a guy that I've seen try to spread love, spread laughter. He don't want to be perceived as somebody that's buying into that. He got a whole song with Kanye, so I can see I can really see
Oh
how it could
man.
have got ugly. You feel me? They'd be like,
Right.
what is this? You know what I'm saying? So Jennifer Aniston got involved in it. She said, uh, this really makes me sick. I did not like this post on purpose or by accident. And more importantly, I want to be clear to my friends and anyone hurt by this showing up in their feeds. I do not support any form of anti Semitism, and I truly don't tolerate hate of any kind, period. So Jennifer Aniston wanted to make
Jennifer,
it clear, like, leave me out the
yeah,
bullshit.
right. You stepped into, yeah, but she made it to where, oh damn, he talking about the Jews. Like
I
she
don't
took
think
it
she made it there. I think people already took it there,
that
and
way.
and then she's
She
saying,
just want to protect her bag. You
no,
basically saying
no,
like, look,
but
I
look,
don't
people
want to
were
be.
making it seem like she liked his comment. That's what she's saying here. So she's just trying to clear the air. Like, hey, listen, listen, whatever he meant, I didn't click like on purpose or by accident. I'm not with that. Leave me out the bullshit. Anybody who was hurt by even seeing this pop up in your feed, let me apologize. I didn't even say nothing, but let me
Damn.
apologize just so
Yeah,
y'all don't get me confused. And I think that
that's
was a good
deep.
move on her part. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
deep though, man. That is deep. That is deep. This is deep. This is real. It makes people question. It makes people want to ask questions like, wow.
Yeah, I mean, it does get like, listen, man, I don't have no problem with issuing apologies, especially if something that I said was taken out of context by a whole bunch of people.
Right.
I mean, it'd be some people in the comments that take some things that we said out of context. Do you think maybe I should make a more of an effort to apologize or, clarify my position on certain things when we get a little bit of pushback in the comments?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, you're right. I mean, there's
See,
nothing wrong with
yeah,
apologizing. There's nothing wrong
yeah,
with apologizing.
yeah,
But
yeah. You gotta pick and choose, but I think this
if
is
you
a teachable moment for me. Like maybe he's setting a good example. Maybe I'll try to clarify some more.
yeah, I just would appreciate if it's, more of, we treat all communities equal, and we don't feel like we can down talk another, like we could say slangs that's for blacks that some people don't think is appropriate, like that can slide, but we could just let it slide. We could talk about whites, we could talk about all of these other communities or cultures, and it don't have the same weight. That's what I would want. I would want everything to be like, okay, let's treat everybody equal. Let's treat all the cultures and communities as the same.
Right, right. Okay.
The
So here's
Indians as well. Go ahead.
all right. So Adam Weitzman, he had a statement about this in response. He said, "I know you personally. I'm Jewish, and I know you are the last person that would ever act anti-Semitic. You're kind and thoughtful to everyone. I would vouch for you always." That was sweet.
Yeah.
For somebody to come and kind of speak on the issue that is Jewish, and I agree with what you're saying. I mean, I don't think that we should tolerate hateful statements from anybody about any race. So
Right. That's
yeah,
why that's where I'm at with it. We should just
yeah,
be careful for everybody. I'm
yeah.
glad Jamie ain't meant that intentionally for him. For
Vlad
them.
Vlad has something to say as well. Vlad said, as a Jewish person, I saw nothing anti-Semitic about Jamie Foxx's original post. People are just looking for something to get outraged over. You think he had a good point with that one,
Yeah.
Vladimir?
And Vladimir, yeah, I think Vladimir made a good point. I think, that could have cost Jamie some money. Like he didn't mean that, but it could cost him some endorsements. We already have a thing in the black community where it's 1 to 10. Every $1 that we got is $10 for another race. So if we can say something and we get fined and penalized, and we
Did
lose money.
did Jamie get fined?
No, I'm saying it could happen. Like if somebody feels like you said something anti-Semitic and you said something.
Okay, and Paula Dean said the N word and she lost her job, right? Yeah, so
I
it's
don't
not
think
just
they
Jewish
compare.
people. Like, please don't paint that picture because now you got us looking crazy when you do that. It's not just
Well,
Jewish
black
people.
people say the
If
N
you
word.
say,
It's white
okay,
people say the
okay,
N word too.
okay, Paula Dean lost her job. It's not just when you say something hateful about anti-Semitic people. Pretty much any race. If you say something hateful, if you see something that's deemed racist, you could stand to lose some money. You might lose a job over it. I don't think it's just Jewish people. Let me be clear. If you saying that, let it just be you. I don't.
Right.
I completely disagree with that narrative.
Okay, but he didn't say any harsh word to them. You saying somebody who said a derogatory
He didn't.
name
Did he
that's
get fined? Did he lose a
no.
job? Did he lose a movie role? Nothing. He
Hey, this just
clarified it, right?
happened. Right. This just happened. Right.
Okay,
I
so I
get you.
guess we'll have to see how it shakes out, but let's not go overboard. Some
Right.
people took it
Some people
that he
did.
said something
Yeah.
wrong. I
Some
don't
people
think he
did.
really did nothing wrong, but I'm happy he apologized. I feel like we can move on.
Yeah.
So hey, listen, if you like what you hear, go ahead and like and share. And join the tribe by hitting subscribe and that notification bell so you get the alerts when we drop new videos. Also, I wanted to say get in the comments, help join the community. Y'all weigh in. Let us know what you think. Was this selective outrage? Do you think it would have been different if he would have said something about another race of people? Bobby might think so, maybe. I don't know. And shout out to everybody that does comment because we appreciate it. People like the Yam Star 88, the Lefty Guns. Malcolm McCrory had some good comments. The boy
Straight
Mr.
up.
Raheem had some good comments. There's a Cortez Nelson 9873. He always comes with some great comments. So join the community. I think we got the best community on the internet right now. The best
Yeah,
comment
man.
section in the
Yeah. Yeah.
internet
Y'all
right
be
now.
going in. We appreciate y'all for
Yeah,
real.
yeah. So
Stay shrewd out there, man. We'll
yeah,
catch
all
y'all in
right.
the next one.